all that stuff.
All right, we live, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this, ladies and gentlemen, notary bosses only on this one. Me and Tekk, we got to talk to the notary bosses. So, for those that don't know what a notary boss is, it's a person that is not getting spoon fed from other companies or other individuals. They are going out, they're hunting, they've already created a system for themselves. Ladies, they already created a system for themselves to get leads. They've paid for advertising. They understand uh, how to get their own business and not rely to any other uh, from any other company to feed them and shelter them. So this is for notary bosses only.
That's exactly how I would define it too. Right. It's not better or worse. Like I always say, it's not better, superior, inferior than the other one. It's different. But you gotta understand there is that difference. And if you don't understand that difference, you can be really confused.
Well, lead off, brother. Talk on it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. It's it, man. At the end of the day, at some point, you gotta want to get your phone more active. At some point, I gotta tell a quick story. When I first got notarized, when I first got commissioned, and I started to do my notarizations, the first one I did, and some of you guys may know Cam Combs, she gave me my first assignment. I'll never forget this. It wasn't even a notary appointment. It was to take a deposition for over a phone for a court, for a judge. He would call the client, and then I would certify that that person is there. I check his ID, and then I go and listen to them have a conversation. That's it. Right? She paid me $100. It was good. But here's the thing: the next week, I sat there and I waited for Cam to call me back and to keep calling me back and to give me
Mhm.
another appointment. And I did that for a week. And I swear, after about 5 days, I'm thinking, how come she ain't calling me? I seriously, that's me in my very infancy of having this notary business, or not even necessarily having a notary business. I thought I had a business at that point. I thought
Mhm.
I did. But here's where I was mistaken. It was at that point where I had to look myself in the mirror. I had to say, hey, Tekk, why should she give you all of her appointments? You got to go and get this on your own. I thought you had a business. This is businesses don't wait around and then expect other people to then give me assignments, give me responsibilities. That's a job. And I'm again, like we say, it's not better or worse or superior or inferior than the other. It is a distinct difference. And when you understand that, you can no longer use the word notary business in the same sentence as you would for notary signing agent. It's not the same because the process is completely different for how you go about getting business. So I thought that she was going to give me all of her leads, and how naive of me to think that. So
Mhm.
what did I do? Immediately, I started saying I got to get my own. I have to generate my own activity. Otherwise, I'm not going to be doing this for very long. So how do I do that? How do I actually make sure that when people do call me, that it's worth my time? How do I make sure that when they do actually get in contact with me, email me, or they call me, then I know why they're calling me. I know the reason why they're calling me. So how do I actually secure every time, whether it's one call a day or whether it's 11 calls a day? How do I actually secure every single, because that's the objective, right? To get more appointments, right?
Right.
It was, at least it was for me. I didn't want to just sit around and then just maybe wait. I know real estate was really hot. Real estate had really picked up. Notary signings were like, people were refinancing. It was really hot. So people, you can literally get away with just sitting there doing nothing and just putting your name on a database. You can get away with that. And I knew a teacher. who did that. She was doing really well. She was making like 8K a month.
Mm-hmm.
She was in Hawaii every other month. She was on vacation every other month. But me and understanding that I knew, because that happened to me, I made the mistake early on. I knew, like, that's not a business. That's just a one and done. That's just a one off. It's just a hitting a lick. You just make one shot, one score. I knew I didn't want that. I know, because I knew that's not a business. So I made it a point when Cam gave me that lesson. I'm not giving you all my appointments. No, man. You got to do this on your own. And that was the catalyst to make sure that, yeah, real estate's gonna be good. People are doing well. People are doing their whatever per month and promoting it all over YouTube. Where they at now, though? Got to get it your own. You have to be able to generate your own business. And I understood that everybody who calls me, they really are my client. I have to improve the process in which I'm able to secure, acquire them. Now, in that process, you learn so much, you grow, you expand, you start to implement the Tiger Toledo School of Business and Marketing agency. You implement those models, and then you start working with other notaries, and then you realize working with other notaries is a whole nother problem.
Yeah. It's a whole nother income, but yet a whole nother problem to come with that money, right?
And then you see what they do, because I see what the mistakes that I work with, the new notaries,
Mm-hmm.
people who are newly commissioned. I don't care what kind of career that they have, what kind of past they have, but they're new to this field. And I see the mistakes that they were doing. Not necessarily mistakes, but I see their expectations, and I also see where I made that same mistake. I got a notary I'm working with right now. She wants me to give her all of my assignments in the same way that I thought Cam would give me all of her assignments. Not good. Bad choice. But it comes with this territory, man. It comes with the field. And, it's for the notary bosses who are out there, for the people who operate a actual process, real business. For those people, this is for you. You feel me. You understand what I'm coming from. And if that's not you, then this will be. And if that's for something that you aspire to be, these are some of the minefields that you're going to have to navigate.
100%, bro. Because when you get into agency mode, or just where you're commissioning, you don't even have to be a full-blown agency. But when you start commissioning other notaries to do assignments for you, you get to see the notary business in a whole different light, don't you? It is amazing what you see people are doing bad, what you see people are doing good. You get to analyze what you're doing and be like, oh my God, did I do that? It's a different animal. It's a different animal, but it puts you in a position where you 100%. If you're brokering the deal, you're at the top of the food chain. Let's get that out the way early. Whoever's feeding the notary assignments is at the top of the food chain. So if you're feeding yourself assignments, you're at the top of your own food chain. But if somebody like Tekk or I are giving you appointments, we sit on top, and you're getting. And I don't want to. I'm not going to water it down for you. This is, like I said, this is for notary bosses only. So put on your big boy pants, put away your motherfucking crayons. We're talking real shit. We are whoever's closing the deals eats first.
Yes.
Whoever gets the assignment, you eat second.
Yes.
So there are times me and Tekk have worked with different notaries, and then they're making demands. They're asking us and making demands on certain things. Now, it's not saying that they can't make demands. The fact is, we don't have to listen to them because we brokered the damn deal. Hey, I think I should be getting paid X amount of dollars for this. No. You're in the position to just say no. You don't have to give an explanation, nothing. Why? Because you hold the chips. You're the casino. You're the house. You're passing out chips. They're not passing out chips to you. Oh, you don't want to do it? Not a problem. I'll go find another notary. That is where you sit with this. So you have to understand, most notaries have integrity, but there's a pocket of them that are pieces of shit. I'm gonna just be honest. Straight up. They're pieces of shit. They will snake you. They will try to take your assignments away from you. They'll take your corporate clients away from you. When they're doing the notarization for you, you put them out on an assignment, they're snapping pictures of the document on the low so they can fucking capture the client's information so they can call back and be like, hey, I've done. Listen, there's a shady part to this business. The people that are shady in this business are basically shady in other areas in their life too.
That's safe to say.
Yeah, they would snake their grandmother. They'll snake their grandmother. They'll snake Nana. They don't give a shit. You're just another person that they're about to snake. I'll give you an example of how just going into the mentality of a person that is working with a notary agency. First thing they're going to do, they're going to try to bump everybody up. Like they didn't prove Tekk, they didn't prove their skills whatsoever to you.
No.
But they're coming into your arena, trying to bump other notaries out of the preferred notary spot to take that number one spot.
They just showed up half an hour ago.
And they're trying to take the number one spot. They don't care that you've been working with this notary for 3 years. I want that preferred notary spot. Now they'll get very familiar with you. They'll try to get real familiar with you. Oh, really? They'll bring a bullshit like, I got kids. You got kids too? The motherfucker might not even have kids. They got a golden doodle. They're trying to establish rapport because they're sizing you up. They're sizing you up. And then the next thing after they'd be like, hey, look, I can't make you a preferred notary. I never worked with you before yet. We're going to have to do some assignments together in order to do this, before you can reach preferred notary status. Okay, now the person gets off the phone with you. This person is sizing you up. They're already lining up their next steps on how they're going to get more money out of you, get more assignments out of you, and basically they're just going to stamp the shit. Y'all hear me, bosses? So you have to line yourself up correctly. You have to line yourself up correctly because they're lining you up. It's human nature.
Really?
We're talking about money here. Anything where money is involved, just anybody that has done a power of attorney have seen the shadiness of family members and strangers.
Man.
So the people that are approaching you for notary assignments, like I said, 85% of this business, there's really good notaries, but boy, the rotten apples are rotten to the core. Because the entry level to become a notary is very low.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. You ever get the one where they'll say, hey, if you ever need anything, just give me a call. I'll be able to help you out. The notary says, you've been working with this person for a couple days. Oh, but it's Christmas time, And, I was just thinking that you could just, send me some of those big orders.
Mm-hmm.
Just multiple different ways. Those are just examples of what, when you start working on an agency level, you start working when you start working as a firm, you're at that capacity, you're going to come across this stuff. I mean, if you run any type of notary operation, then that's exactly what you're going to expect. Now, here's an example of, I'll give you a little peek into my own business model. So this is how I do how I would deal with that. So when I work with the notary, and even if it's the very first time, I'll break it down for them. And this is something I've had to learn over time. I'll let the person know when I reach out to you, you're the only person who I'm reaching out to. So here's a little peek into my own model. You're the only person I'm reaching. This ain't going out to 100 different people. It's just you. You can take it or you cannot take it. If you take it, just know that I specifically, offer this one for you. If you say no, no hard feelings. No hard feelings. Because you might be busy right now. You might be with your kids or with your family. There's a notary I work with, and I've got notaries everywhere. I've probably got about 20 of them so far now, all throughout the city, just strategically placed, right? These are people who I've built partnerships with, right? Without crossing that line and understanding that the relationship we have. But there's a notary I work with, she only goes out in the evening times because she works. But she still wants to go out only after 5:30. She says, "Tekk, just call me after 5:30. I'll be good." But whenever I call her, sometimes on Saturdays, for example, she'll be driving up to wine country with her husband. She'll hit me back. Oh shoot! I wish I was available for this time. I'm actually in the car right now. We're going up to go wine tasting. Cool. You can say no. No hard feelings, but just know you're the only person who gets this request. If you say no, I'm just gonna go right to the next one. If the money ain't right, I'm gonna just go right to the next one. If you're not available, I'm just go right to the next one. Because as notary bosses, we do have an operation. Please understand that. Like we're able to give you as many assignments as we're able to give you because we have an operation. And if you want these assignments to continue going on, I mean, we ain't got to be fair about this, like, because we own this.
It's a
We
business.
own this. Yeah, I own this. And I can't care more about what you do than what I do. Like, I got to care about what I do. So I'm happy to work with you. I'm happy to send you as many assignments as possible. But understand that if you just say no, because for whatever reason you're not available because you think you should be paid more, how do you think you should be paid more? How do you know what we got paid on? How do you know what the terms and what the expectations are on our end? That's why I love the concept of a stamp and go.
Yeah,
I love it's a very simple, it's fulfillment. And to be honest, what you learn, this is what I've observed. This is why I love the concept of a stamp and go. If you don't
explain what the stamp and go is for notary bosses or notary bosses that are aspiring. What is the stamp and go?
The stamp and go is basically this: you get the assignment, you drive to the house, you stamp the document or sign whatever you got to do, and then you get the hell on. Bye. And it's quick, it's fast, it's designed specifically because, listen, we know you are intelligent people. We know that you guys are career professionals. You probably have other businesses. You're smart, intelligent people. We don't want you talking though. We don't want you saying nothing. Don't say a word. Matter of fact, here's a challenge. The next time you do a notary appointment, don't even talk. Just don't say a word. Don't say nothing. The less you talk, the better. And the reason why, I mean, I can give a myriad of reasons why, but primarily, it's really a liability thing. We don't want the customer coming back and saying, listen, you sent a really pretty young lady over to our office and you really enjoyed her, very nice. Or you sent a nice looking young man over to our client's house, very nice. But you know what they said? They said, if we wait 2 more weeks, then we can sign this document. Or they said that if we take this interest rate over this interest rate, or if we work with that client, or they said that we should call them the next time that we need another assignment, or if there was an issue that they give us their phone number, or they said it becomes a he said, she said situation. We want to eliminate any type of confusion, no misunderstandings. Stamp, go. If you have any questions, call the firm, call the agency.
Mm-hmm.
You got an extra document? Let me call the agency. That's why I love the concept of stamp and go. Very simple, and you can implement that. And when you implement that into your business model, it's
and it's funny. Like you actually detected a different way of the stamp and go. When I created stamp and go, that wasn't my intention. Why I did it. The reason why I did it is because it was when I was hiring notaries, it was like a Malcolm X movie. Get your hands out my pockets. It was always the notary had their hand in my pocket, Tekk. They had their goddamn hand in my pocket. And I was like, get your hands out my damn pocket. I was like, you know what? I got to come up with a phrase, a concept to show them how simple this assignment is going to be for them to be like, oh, the goal was to have them say, oh, that's it. Oh, that's it. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. I don't have to do it. Right. Now get your hands out my pocket. Because before I did that, they were fishing like sharks, trying to find ways they can increase profit. And I was like, no, this ain't one of them situations. Right. This is nowhere near that type of situation. Back the fuck up, get your hands out my pockets, and let me show you how this thing is gonna go. This thing is called a stamp and go. You ever done a stamp and go before? Of course not, because I did it, right? And it's like, no, you go over there, you stamp it, and then you get the fuck out.
And now, when I read that in the Rise of Smart Notary, if you don't have that, the concept immediately clicked. Right, immediately clicked. It made sense because that's how I would want to be. I don't want to do. I actually don't want to do extra work more than I have to. I don't want to do my more share. So me going and fulfilling and then getting out, that takes off all the responsibility off me. Oh, they forgot to, like, because I would work with other notaries. I would show up to their house and then they thought I was bringing the document. So they need to go back and print something, and then I needed to come back and make a trip and snap it. Listen, I just drove out there once. I got paid for that. The fact that they didn't tell you that they were expecting a document, they left that detail out, that's not on me. That's on you. So I'm a stamp and go. I applied that same concept to my own business. And the notaries I work with, here's another thing. Tell me if you notice, if you ever get this, Tiger. Mm-hmm. The notaries that kind of work with you, they're great. They're very grateful, man. The notaries are always consistently tell me, all I've done was real estate. All I've done was sign up with Amrock or sign up with SnapDocs or sign up with whoever. Now I'm doing gun permits. Now I'm doing liquor license applications. Now I'm doing power of attorneys. Now I'm doing child forms. Now I'm doing passport applications. I'm doing LLC agreements. I'm doing cannabis applications. I'm doing grant deeds. I'm doing all these other things that I didn't even know exist. I've had so many notaries tell me how thankful they were because they never even seen this side. They never even knew that this existed. Had no clue. All they knew was their hairdresser, who was a notary / real estate agent / wholesaler / mostly other businesses, they told them, hey, you know what? You make a good notary. You should go get your notary commission. And then they left them hanging to go fend for themselves. So all they knew was to go and sign up for, put their name on some list or something. That's all they knew for years. Mm-hmm. And then one day out of the blue, they get a call from my ass. They get a call from me. They introduce, how did you find me? Oh, I saw your name on Notary Cafe. Are you available at 1 o'clock today at 3, to do a passport application? Sure. Yeah, I guess. Okay, cool. How much does it pay? Well, how much do you charge? Um, I don't know. I've never done that before. Okay. Uh, I like $50. Okay, sure. $50. Yeah, we can. We'll work with that. Here's the next step. We do a lot of business on that area. Well, when we have calls, is it okay to call you? Sure. Yeah. Call. Okay. Good. And by the way, send us your PayPal address. We pay you in advance. Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. We do. So I'll send you a text message. I'll send you a message once you're complete. Once you're done, call us. Let us know that it's all done. We'll verify with the client, and then yeah, we'll pay you. Make sure you send us your PayPal address. Oh, I don't have PayPal. All I have is Zelle. Yeah, this person ain't doing no business. That's why. Because all I've ever gotten paid by is with checks from real estate company, signing services and stuff. Um, okay, well, here's my recommendation. See, now they're getting free coaching. So here's my recommendation. Is this your cell phone? Is this your business phone? No, this is actually my personal phone. All right, go get a $20 cell phone from Walmart right now. Make that your business phone. Once you have that number, text it to me. Then get your PayPal address, and then what we'll do is forward our link, and then you'll be able to receive our payments. Oh, thank you so much. You see what I'm saying? It's a whole nother world.
Yeah. Tekk, we got about 3 more minutes left on the clock for this live, but I wanted to talk because you just mentioned free coaching, right?
Yeah.
That's another as a notary boss, you need to be very aware of that if you're coaching up a notary that you're sending out on an assignment. When I send out a notary to do a power of attorney, right? And the notary said, I've never done a power of attorney before. If that notary asks me for premium pricing, like they want the price of someone that is a veteran in the game, they can't get that. You've never done a power of attorney before. Therefore, what that means is I'm going to probably have to coach you through the process. If I have to coach you through the process, there's no way I'm going to pay you the price that I would pay someone that's done 100 power of attorneys. Keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Keep that in mind. Because some of these notaries will be like, oh, I've never done a trust package. All right, how much are you going to charge me? I'm going to charge you $200. How are you going to charge me $200? You've never done it before. So the likelihood of you making a mistake is high if you're left to your own accord.
Oh, yeah.
But because I am a veteran at power of attorney or trust or quick claim deeds, and I'm going to have to walk you through it, or you're probably going to have to send me a picture so I can look at what you might have to Zoom or whatever the fuck you got to do. You're going to make sure that the document is executed successfully. That takes time away from you. Otherwise, you might as well run the damn appointment yourself. Mm-hmm. So keep that in mind. Look, if it wasn't for you, they wouldn't be getting the assignment anyway. Yeah. So you have to protect your company. You have to make sure that the cash flow is coming into your company for you to either pay for more thumbtack, either pay for Google ads, either pay for social media marketing, whatever the hell you're doing to get leads. That's what makes you the boss. You getting the leads. Nobody's feeding you the leads. You're getting the leads direct from customer. No one's stepping on it yet. It's fresh. Fresh. Not tainted meat. Go ahead, Tekk. Get the last couple of minutes on this joint. And then make an offer, brother.
Yes. It's important that, notary bosses listen. The approach to me is the future is going to be automation. Here's my recommendation. So I'm happy that you guys caught this in time, because for the month of December, every Thursday, we have a mastermind. It's called the Brain Box. And I'm inviting you, if you're a notary boss, you're looking to automate your business, the next 4 weeks, the next 4 Thursdays, You go to drtek.com, click on Brainbox Challenge for the next 30 days. This is what we're going to have. First week, what are the tools that you need, absolute tools that you need in order to operate a notary business? And it's not what you think. It's not as many of these softwares and all these different things that you probably think you need. I'm going to talk about the 5 basic ones that you absolutely need that I would use. Week number 2, how to handle a sales call from the moment they contact you to the moment that you execute the assignment. And this is going to be an important one because it's going to go in this chronological order. And then week number 3, we talk about what are the automation tools that you can use to start to remove yourself from sort of the day-to-day operations. And then lastly, we talk about paid advertisement. So in those 4 weeks, by the time you're done with this entire Brainbox challenge, all the tools you need for automation, all the tools that you need to start to duplicate yourself and remove yourself from the daily operations, and then hyper optimizing that for paid advertisement, thumbtack, Google ads. By the time 4 weeks done, you should have all those pieces in place. You got to catch it live. For the people who don't pay, there will not be a replay. If you are a paid member, you will have access to some of those replays. But otherwise, for the next 4 weeks, you can come to our Brainbox Mastermind free of charge. You got to sign up at drtek.com. And after 30 days, there's not going to be more. So I would recommend you start. And tomorrow's the first day. So whenever this plays. And if you don't see it in time, then you got to go back and watch the replay. In that case, it's not going to be free anymore.
Awesome. So you guys go to drtek.com and then you can join the Brainbox. It really is a mastermind, ladies and gentlemen. What he does, I think he should be charging way more than what he charges for it. But that's me. My offer is basically, if you guys are enjoying the notary sales training, which I do see through the views that we're getting over time, all I ask is that participate like my girl LaShonda from New Jersey, and leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and also tell us the topic you would like us to talk about so we can expound on it. Our job with this, it's completely free. It takes time out of me and Tekk's life, but we do this because we want to help as many notaries as possible on this channel. So if you enjoy the show, drop a comment. Let us know what you would like to see us talk about. If it's something that we're well versed in, we'll talk about it. If it's not, we'll bring somebody on to talk about it. But our goal is to help you out and help increase your cash flow. That's it. That's why it's a notary sales training, to help you increase your cash flow. With that, ladies and gentlemen, peace, love, and happiness. I wish you guys the best. Make this money, man.